Look, y'all. I have a floor in my kitchen. Still not halfway there. But at least I stacked everything on the table and under the table. Alright, recap. Day 1, part 1. Starting now. Chosen ones. Good morning. It is 10:55 in the a.m. God just gave me life probably like an hour or so ago. I'm grateful. Just FYI, I will be in and out of frame because I'm cleaning. Pushing past depression. So good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. What up, though? All my new subby buddies. Well, hey, y'all. Hello, everybody. Day 1 of I am very upset. Mother's Day 2026. Recap. So you saw from the video, I can now maneuver around my kitchen. My kitchen and my bathroom are my pet peeves. So to even have this part get out of control, it's something to me. First things first, I don't want to damper anybody else's parade because I've seen a lot of you ladies' videos and you killed that. I am so proud of you. Happy for you. My sis Pooh, one of them. This is not a jab against, well, it's not about nobody's better than the next person. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. This is for, and even some of you ladies have voiced it, for those of us that are out here having to work and Pooh having to come home and parent, do homework, get assignments done, wash hair, spend quality time, birthdays, like when life add extra layers to what you already got going on, y'all, it's hard as hell. I said what I said. But to be able to push through and still pull up to the scene and sell out, that's championship behavior right there. And I'm proud of you. To everyone out here who's just been dealing with stuff, aches, pain, mental, deaths in the family, just stuff, but having to work on top of doing this, it's a lot. So for those of you that accomplish that goal, time something, like I said, this has nothing to do with whomever don't, because some of you, this is your full-time job. This is what you do. God bless you. But for those of us that have to do regular income to get to the income before we fill our bags and get this money, honey, it's a lot. Tremendously a lot. Tremendously a lot, tremendously big. You know who that is. So that leads me to my point of, y'all have heard me complain more than once, okay, about my job and how many hours I've had to work and then come home, ride a bus, pray the bus runs first of all, get home probably a little bit before midnight if I get off at 11. Come home, still pull strength out of my and still get her done. I was really excited to go outside because Mother's Day has always been good to me, always. So to be able to do all the extras that I did and still be able to get outside and, you know, make it do what it do, LBE. Yeah, I was shocked. I was impressed, and I was excited. I was excited to go outside. I didn't feel it. I did not feel it because I was mentally and physically exhausted just from work alone. But when I looked at everything that I did, welcome to my life. I was like, yo, I'm finna go outside. I got some things that are new that I can show, that I can put out there. And for the most part, majority of the people that pull up are my regulars. I only had 3 regulars that actually pulled up. But, I mean, we had obviously those last minute ones as we're packing up. No, I saw you earlier, but I want to make sure. All right, so the location, literally up the street. I come out of my complex, I turn and I'm there. So I saw in the comments when I posted my first video about possibly changing locations. It's a thought. However, this is convenient. Convenient doesn't always mean that this is what God has. However, this is also where God placed me. 1, because it's right here. Remember, I'm not mobile, so I depend on people to come in to help me set up. Shout out to my old supervisor, my best friend, my A1. Always. Shout out to my brother who was supposed to, but somehow we got lost in communication. Child, that's whatever. Shout out to my uncle. All I do is call. He's there. So I thank those people because honestly, without them and without a vehicle, I'll be standing from the front door. And that's damn sure not an option. I said what I said. So location. All right. This is year 4 for me. So I've been blessed at this location where I don't have to pay nobody. And you know, we've been blessed, some of us have been blessed to find, you know, location where you just pull up and you just there. It's been an absolute blessing. This is a barbershop. They've been here in this community for 40 years. I ain't been here that long. But it was literally a walk up and ask, hey, this is what I do. I don't mind blessing your business or however. Do you mind? And it was an instant, yes, you're fine. Absolutely fine. Because we appreciate what you do and what you're doing. So the location is perfect. At first. Like I said, this is 4 years in. Never had any problems. Never. Always sold out. And when I say sold out, I mean maybe bringing home a third of what I didn't didn't sell. Maybe 10 out of 70, 80 that I've done. Okay? So this location has been a blessing to me each year that I pulled up. This year, not so much. Not sure what happened. When I told y'all on the video, the only reason why I didn't go live, there's too much going on. Too much going on the drive. Um, first things first. The first part that pissed me off. Y'all saw the video, even though I was laughing at first. The dude that was on the bicycle. All of a sudden, he wants to start washing cars. Detailing cars. In my same spot. Okay? 4 years for me. I am just seeing this guy. Now, right next to where we pull up at, there is a house. The trap, that is. If you know, you know. I ain't from nobody's streets. But I have family that is. So I know how the streets work. How they look. How they operate. So I mind my business when I see the street doing what it does. Walk by it every day. Walk by me every day. So there's a song, Distracted. So I've seen these cars that he supposedly washed. I've seen the cars in the yard. I ain't never seen the humans at his particular location. I saw him Easter when we was out there. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. You know, I see y'all out here hustling. I see your business, whatever. You know, he was like, you're doing good. You're doing great. So if you can get your customers to pull up and, you know, this is Easter. And, you know, because I got my car washing business over here. I ain't knocking nobody hustle. But however you flip your money, that's on you. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay? But don't come in my space trying to conduct your business. So you have a whole gravel lot. I lied to you or not. I'm going to do another video on my way to work tomorrow. And I'm going to show y'all. Okay? He can do all that. Plus more. Where he's at. I know for a fact that he pulled in that spot because of how much traffic that I get that flows. Because I got this street, and the main street. So when he saw how much profit, or should I say how good business was flowing for me, just for being in that area, I automatically know. Now we're going to go back to the barbershop. Right next to the barbershop is an exterminator business, which is basically where we sit our tent at. Because on Saturdays, clearly the barbershop is booming, so we have to get that little spot. The gentleman that owns the exterminator place, only thing he said, just make sure you clean up. We ain't gonna dirty nothing, so you're fine. I got permission from the barbers, remember? Nobody else. And just FYI, I love my water to be scorching hot when I wash my dishes, but since I don't have a dishwasher, and I hate washing dishes. Anyway, so the exterminator was like, you know, just as long as you clean up, you're good. And like I said, I get permission from the barbers. Nobody else. The gentleman that owns the exterminator company, he ain't never there anyway because he has 5 locations in Charlotte. So that lets you know how wealthy he is, okay? That is there, I think, more because gentrification is going to make its way around the block. Just saying. Don't mind if they do. Okay? Where I'm at, my little cul-de-sac, we good in here. They say we good in the hood, even though I'm not a hood. But we good in the hood right here. Everybody know what they supposed to do. Stay in your lane. You do have some neighborhood watchers. Freaks come out at night, day, afternoon. You already know. But that's outside. So that's the street. Okay? Oh, dude. Now I know his name is Tracy. The one that y'all saw riding that little pink ass bicycle. Excuse me. I'm on one today. So he kept riding by. Hey, Miss Chosen, I see you finna set up. Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to just move over just a little bit though, cause I'm gonna set up right here too. Two, how you gonna wash cars next to me selling baskets? Now, when I first got there, because barbershop is here, exterminator is here. I set up here. Okay, so it's basically half barbershop, half the exterminator, but I'm on the exterminator lot, like literally on his lot. However, barbershop, Hopkins Barbershop and Mr. Brock, they together. Basically, they got a whole thing. They good. Okay, so it's like, you watch out for my side, I watch out for your side. Everybody good. Like, that's how that goes. So, since day one, I've been good to be in that spot. So, the barbershop, like, overflow parking is also right there. Because, like I said, Mr. Brock is right there. So, when I first came out, I got out a little bit 10-ish on Saturday morning. No, close to 11 because it rained that morning. Yeah, it was 11 because the rain stopped around 10-ish. So I got out, it was a little bit after 11, correct, on Saturday. Because I had to work Friday. So hold it. We're going to hush on that one. So anyway, by the time I got outside, the overflow from the park, from the barbershop was in that spot that I normally set up at. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just move over to the gravel part, which is old dude's land. That's why I did not want to touch it. Did not want to go over there. When we've had to do that before, ain't nobody say nothing. I didn't even know who you were. Okay? Year 4. Never seen you, nothing. So, all of a sudden he pulls his van up, which he connects all the stuff to the van, and then he washes everything that way. So he pulls his van in that spot. So automatically we cannot set up right there. No worries whatsoever. Pull over to the lot. Y'all saw me where I was at. No worries whatsoever. We good. We still gonna make it LBE. Do what it do. It is my mouth, it is by any necessary, but we're gonna get outside. We're gonna get it done. So we outside and your boy pulls up on me. Yeah, Miss Chosen, I see you out here. I see you be doing your thing and everything. You know, I know business be good for you. So, this what we gonna do. Is we. This what we gonna do. So, you know, for us to be able to work together, sir, what? He's like, I mean, because, you know, technically you own my land now. Did I have a choice? Because you put your van right here, so where did you want me to set up at? Oh, no, you good. I was just saying, you know, because, you know, me and he mentioned somebody's name, Ron. I don't know who Ron is. The man I know from the Terminator Company, that ain't his name. So, yeah, you know, Ron said, you know, I can set up here, which is cool. So, all you got to do is just, you know, you're going to give me $25 and then I'm going to get out to him on Monday for us setting up here and work. Exactly what I did. Stop talking. He said, what? Stop talking. I don't know what you own. I don't even know who you are. My name is Tracy. Stop talking. Tracy. Okay. No. Could you respectfully, like, get out of my space? Now, this is street. So I have to be mindful on how I approach the street. Because I do have to walk down that same street to get on the bus to go to work. And I don't know who all the street knows. So I have to choose my words accordingly. Even though I want to curse this man slam out. Now my face is saying everything that I'm feeling in this moment. He's like, you know, so yeah, you just pay me $25 and I give my $25 to him That way we can just set up. I don't pay you no attention first. Second of all, why would I give anything to you? I pay the barbers. Oh, no. You ain't got to deal with them. You ain't got to give them nothing. This me and you. This is not. Sir, stop. Which gift did you make? Can you show me which one you made? He's like, huh? Which gift did you make? Because you keep saying us, we, they, together. Wrong pronouns. Wrong pronouns. Wrong pronouns. Wrong. You can identify and get out of my face. That's what you can do. So I said respectfully, I won't get in the way of your business. You don't get in the way of mine. But I'm going to need you to go ahead and get out of my face. Because I've paid who I pay. I've been here for 4 years, sir. You just got here first. No, I've been living over here for... I don't care. This is my first time seeing you and your little business. You pulled up on us on Easter because you saw what we had going on. So now they took it among yourself to be like, okay, this is where I can set up my business once again. I'm not knocking his business. But handle your business over there. Don't come on this side. Don't come over here. Now, at first, we was laughing because I didn't see him on the little pink bicycle at first. He just pulled cars around. Now, it looked like Fred Sanford pull apart. Now, he had some nice ones. He had a Deuce and a quarter that was very nice. Definitely had the white rims around it. I remember old school. So he had a couple of little cars that was just sitting in the back. So he would pull them around front and wash those to make it look like he's doing something to have people pull up. But everybody that pulled up was him and street people. Pharmaceutical reps, as Ali Sadiq would call them. Okay. So, I'm minding mine. So when I told y'all on the video that I was watching my surroundings, that's why. The guy that was standing in front of my tent, he works at the barbershop also. This dude has been trying to talk to me since day one, and I don't want to be talked to. I really don't. In the words of Full Force, you ain't my type of height. Please get out of my face. Once again, I have to be mindful, which I hate, because I want to use my words accordingly. But I also have to live here until God changed my zip code. So, he's cool peoples. Like, he don't bother me. But he keeps saying, switch. Oh, this look good. Oh, yeah, I can see you wearing this. That's exactly what I did. I was like, oh, God, please get away from me. Please get away from me. Your boy Tracy kept riding past us every time we make a sale. Every time we make a sale. He kept riding by on his little bicycle. So, I'm peeping game. Because now you're trying to see where we got the money at. That ain't none of your business. I had a cup that I got from the church. You can't see through it. But it's a spiritual cup. Trust in the Lord with all thy might. Lean not to thy own understanding. That is in the book of Romans. So, the cup is blacked out. I wish I had it, but I got it still, that stuff in the cup so I can take it to the bank. So, it looks like I'm just drinking from the cup. This is where I'm putting the money at. Then I take a sip and I'm good. So, nobody knows whether I got money on me or not. I'm also telling my customers, hey, definitely those that are paying cash, I say out loud, oh, I don't take cash, card only. Because every time I see you close or watching what we do, I've made it my business to say that. So the customer will give me the cash away from their view. And then we'll walk around the table, and I'm like, well, unfortunately, we're card only. We don't take cash. So I made my business to say that just because I'm watching my surroundings. So I did a full work day, literally, on Saturday. A little bit after 11, didn't come back in till probably around 7 or 8-ish. I know it was late. This is where it started, because it started out kind of smooth, like people were pulling up. Some of them were buying like in twos. Only 3 customers brought in threes. I think I showed the video on that, and that was on yesterday. But for the most part, all my grandmother's gifts, except for one, did push. I know now anything that has Nana on it, I will be finding it and putting it out there, because that was a big hit on yesterday. So all those Nana cups that I got from Family Dollar, I only have 4, so all 4 of those. So, but I'm watching my surroundings. So that's, like I said, that's the only reason why I didn't go live, is because I had to keep my head on a swivel, as they say. Business went kind of smooth, not as fast as I wanted it to. But as it started slowing down, I was like, okay, I guess that's going to be it. Now, the thing that get it is right across the street from us, which you have seen in previous video, is one of the most happening seafood spots here on this planet. At least on this side of the neighborhood anyway, called Mr. Threes. Mr. Threes always has specials during the weekend. That's why everybody always pull up. That's why it's always crunk. I don't know what happened. May have seen maybe 60 or so people. Like I said, his is always women. Remember, those are the videos that I show when I'm like, y'all, look at these people. Look at these fools acting a fool over some crab legs. Can't even park straight. Get out the road, like them. So that's that same restaurant that's right across the street. So I knew when we were out there, I was like, okay, well, let's see what his crowd looks like. And then after that, we'll kind of go ahead and peel out. So we started noticing that wasn't nothing popping. And I'm like, well, they not even, like, that's crazy. Because they closed at 7 instead of 8. Which was weird, too. And I was like, I'm assuming they probably was like, well, ain't nobody really coming through. So, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen them not busy. So, by that time, I was like, okay, well, I'm getting aggravated because it's getting slow. And I didn't want to bring all this stuff home, because that means that it would have been a lot to get it together for yesterday. Which yesterday took 2.5 trips to get everything together. I said, shout out to my supervisor, my ex-supervisor, now friend. Because he came through, he helped me, thank God. That was day 1, maybe 8 or so. Nah, 12. I didn't do a count because I didn't get a chance to, because it was really one of those, by the time I set up, people started pulling up. So I was like, okay, I did take a picture of the table though, so I could probably go back, but I still won't be able to count because I can't see the other side of the table. So I can only see the front part of the table. But still, I was very proud of myself of, like I said, the amount that I was able to build, in spite of what I already had. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I really do think in total I know I had over 100. I know I can honestly say. Now, this is left over from Valentine's Day, some of the adult ones I did for Easter to take out, and so-called Christmas that I tried last year. So I had a good little amount to already start off. It was getting it out there. To get it in there, to get it together, that was a lot. So day one was busy for the wrong reasons. The surroundings. The block was hot. That's what I didn't like. Because I don't want that to be associated with me. Because if you bold enough to come up to me like, yeah, we, they, together, and this and that and other. No. So there's no telling what you telling your people when they pull up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want that energy. So going back to may have to change locations, possible. Just for that alone. Love the traffic, love the street, love the location. Because it's an amazing spot God has blessed me with. But if I have to move, I also have to look at, do I have to have a seller's permit for this location? Do I have to pay the person for this location? Will it be a problem for this location? Like, I have to weigh all that in. Versus where I'm at, I just pull up, present them with a gift for their wives, and I say wives because it's twins. So the barbers are twins. So a wife apiece, basically. But I was not happy. And I spent more time watching than focusing on. So I'm wondering if that played a factor. If people drove by, probably know what he is about. Because we're literally this length apart. Okay. Washing cars and gift baskets, it absolutely does not go together at all. But if I'm right here and right here, looks were very deceiving. However, if you're pulling up, you're probably like, if I go get my car washed, do I have to get a basket? If I get a basket, do I have to get my car washed? I'm just thinking from the consumer part. Because I've never had these problems before. Never. Mother's Day has always been amazing. Even from my first year, it's the reason why I kept going. Because my first year, people was like, we ain't never seen nobody like you pull up over here. Like, what? Are you going to be out here for this season, next season, this and that? Can I call you? Can I do custom orders? So my first season is the reason why I am now in 4 seasons. Okay? I'm going to keep going and growing just because of how season 1 set me up. This one, y'all, it was too busy. Too busy for my liking. Now, some of the people that did pull up, of course, some of them had questions. Why is it this much? Why is it that? Why is it that? And I looked one dude in the face and I was like, oh yeah, you see this in Family Dollar? He was like, no, exactly. That's why. Now, if you can go find another store that has the same exact thing and for less, go ahead. Doubt it. So these are custom made. Right here. This is who made it. She, me, her. With these 2 hands and God. God in these 2 hands. Correction. So if you can find it somewhere else for less, go right ahead. He said, oh, I didn't mean no disrespect. But it was for you to ask for a discount and the amount that you asked for. If it has that price, you damn near cut it in half. What? No, we're not doing that. Going back to the guy that I showed when I herped and spun it around, that's the one I told you that's been trying to hit on me for infinity and whenever. But when Tracy dude kept coming over, he finally said something. Yo, dude, hey man, like, what's wrong? Why you keep riding by? Why don't you just walk over here? Like, it don't make no sense. Y'all saw on what, I don't know if y'all did. My apologies. If you didn't see the short video, when I was laughing and you heard the dude when I was like, you can't make this up. That's his house. That's his lot. So if you go back and watch that short where I say I can't make this up, all that. I only got one spot of the space, but all that is his. He could have had a whole parking lot in his own yard to wash with. So the fact that he kept walking by, and then finally old dude was like, yeah man, why you keep riding by? Why don't you just walk over here? Or what you keep doing? I looked at him, I was like, yeah, what he said. Because I don't understand. It's a whole sidewalk right here. But you keep riding by my table. I don't have to be of the streets to understand how the streets work. You're looking for wherever my stash of money is located. You're never gonna get it. Never ever gonna get it. Okay? So find something else. And find someone else. Try Jesus. So that was day one. Day two is even more interesting. Stick around. Because we're going to talk about it. TTFN. I'm going to attempt to finish cleaning and possibly give you day two later on today. Bye for now.